Hello Revolution students, and welcome back to another video on the Russian Revolution area of study 2. In this video we are going to look at Alexandra Kollontai and the role that she played in solidifying Bolshevik rule once they got into power after the October 1917 revolution. So let us get into it. Firstly, a bit about her background. So she joined the Bolsheviks in 1914, and from March 1917 she was on the editorial board of the Bolshevik newspaper Rebelnitsa, whose aim was to raise women's class consciousness and also to encourage them to join the Bolsheviks, I'm sure. She supported Lenin's call for revolution in April 1917, and then she was elected into the Bolshevik Central Committee in August 1917. Okay, let's have a look now at how she contributed to Bolshevik rule post-October 1917 revolution. So she was appointed People's Commissar of Social Welfare in November 1917, and she played a key role in convincing the party to establish new organisational structures to mobilise women. And this culminated in the first All-Russian Congress of Working Women in November 1918. She also contributed to many significant laws and codes which improved the legal and social rights of women. The most significant of those being the Marriage Code of 1918. And these laws, for example, gave women the right for abortion, divorce, birth control, and the ownership of land. Let us have a look at some more contributions that she made now. So, she was a key member of the left communists who saw themselves as the conscience of the revolution. And all this information here in this paragraph I've actually got from Richard Pipes. After the October Revolution, the left communists feared that Lenin and Trotsky were becoming too accommodating with capitalists and imperialists, particularly in the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and Lenin's push for the introduction of state capitalism in April 1918. They lost that fight to stop the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, the left communists did. However, they had a bit of a win after this, so they also opposed Lenin's economic policy of state capitalism, as I said before, but they advocated the introduction of war communism in June 1918, and that actually got up, as we know. According to Richard Pipes, Lenin was not the chief advocate of war communism. It was actually the left communists, which is very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. She was also appointed head of Zenindel in 1920 after the death of Enisa Armand, and the task of Zenindel was to educate women about socialism and recruit them into the Bolshevik Party. She also wrote the pamphlet Workers' Opposition and led the Workers' Opposition in early 1921, and this group criticised the bureaucracy of the Bolshevik Party, its heavy-handed management of workers, and called for party members and trade unions to have the right to discuss policy issues. Lenin, shortly after this, the Kronstadt Rising occurred, which was brutally repressed by the Bolsheviks, by Lenin and Trotsky and so forth, and they weren't too happy about the workers' opposition as well, and as a result, at the 10th Party Congress, Lenin passed his decree on party unity, in which all factions like the workers' opposition and the left communists were outlawed from the Bolshevik Party. And as a consequence of this, Alexandra Kollontai was sidelined from key positions of authority within the party from this time on. Let's have a look at a couple of historical interpretations about Alexandra Kollontai now. So the first one is from Marie Fredrickson, and she writes, "A fundamental need to inform women about their new position and draw them into active participation in public life opened up. In particular, Kollontai, Armand, Krupskaya and Nikolaeva played a crucial role in getting the Communist Party to decide to set up new organisational structures to mobilise women." So Fredrickson is identifying Kollontai's role in this important work in mobilizing women to join the Bolshevik cause. The second historical interpretation is from David Christian, and he writes, Lenin and Trotsky wanted to mobilize women in support of the new government. They also shared the traditional socialist belief that the building of socialism would emancipate women, not just as proletarians. Socialist society would allow women to enter the paid workforce on equal terms with men. To do this, socialist governments would have to provide extensive social services to free women from domestic labour. However, Kollontai went much further than most Bolshevik leaders in her commitment to sexual liberation and the abolition of the traditional family. Okay, there are a couple of historical interpretations about Alexandra Kollontai. I hope you have found this video on Alexandra Kollontai useful for your study of the Russian Revolution area of study 2. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.